Okay, let's start the video. And I'm trying to post video in and keep you guys updated. But you can email me for the list for Mega Powerball or any other game. Some of you request other states like Texas, Cash 5, and Pick 3 and Pick 4 for other states. And you can email me for the Pick 3 and Pick 4 also. And the last night, nobody won the Mega Million. Again, Jackpot goes up. So it's going to get interesting for Mega Million and Powerball tonight. You can email me for the Powerball list also, because tonight it will contain the IDCQ system breakdown with red numbers, Invincible numbers, and the top Mega Ball or Powerball pick. And also non-playable and playable numbers. Also the random generator for the game generate numbers based on the IDCQ system's code. And before we get started, you can subscribe, donate, share, and like my video. You can, sorry about that. And please use the closed captioning button. And remember, nothing is guaranteed. And once again, email me at hyper_linkster@yahoo.com for any game prediction or requests. Here's my email. And if you want to learn my system, you can email me for part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 14 right now, 16 I mean, with invincible numbers. 17 will be right now currently putting on the 17 as the double down number. Putting 17 as the double down number. System. To see how well it works, I might change that illustration for 17, but 17 is currently right now as the double down number. So testing on that to see how well it works. And last night's Mega Million LOE was, there was a repeat of 51. So 51 repeated. So last night's Mega Million system, there were 5 out of 6 number in the IDCQ system. And not only were there 5 number in the IDCQ system, the 51 repeated. And somehow 48 was a playable number. Wow. And it was not in the IDCQ system. 48 was a playable number, but it wasn't in the IDCQ system. Not only was 48 not in the IDCQ system, 48 probably could be used in the blue box. Right next to row 1. And you can use the blue box to form 48. 48 was a playable number. Wow. The 48 is a playable number. It should have been either other playable numbers, but 48 was the playable numbers that came. Even though it's not in the IDCQ system, it could be used in the blue box. And there was none of the non-playable numbers came. So for those of you who got the non-playable number, there was like 13 to 15 non-playable numbers. So you can rule like about already 55 number out of the game matrix by not using non-playable numbers. And as you can see, red numbers, 32 was the red number for last night's draw only. Last night's draw was 32, red number was 32. And that was the only red number that came. And as you can see, that was the code. Again, 32 got picked up by the code. And for those of you who stick to game plan, you would have hit 32. So let's see if I can get the code again for tonight's Powerball. And before we get started, this was the Mega Man list for a couple weeks ago. And as you can see, last night's draws were all high numbers, and most of these draws were low numbers. So if we're in the high number matrix, you can see 4 no number matrix from 16 to 31 no number, 3 to 23 no number. And I try to use the code for the Friday's Mega. There'll be a new random generator for Friday's Mega. And there'll be a little bit revision to Friday's Mega. The random generator for Friday's Mega will definitely be changed. You can email me for that. And I'm gonna highlight these number change. Put out the ID sequence for Friday's draw. I hope I have enough time. It'll be 4, 2, 3, 6, 0. It will be set 1 and 6, 1, 0, 4, 1, 0. So getting close to which number to improving my system, which numbers are to be set in the blue box if it's not in the ID sequence system. And so far, I'm setting correct numbers in the ID sequence system based on the playable numbers. Not bad. And the last set will be 1, 2, 6, 7, 5, 0, 6, 1, 4. So this will be the new ID system. So for those of you who got the list, congratulations. And this will be Friday's list. And for last night's draw, you can see where the numbers are. Let's look at where the numbers are pulling from in the ID system. And you can see 32. 32 is in set 1 on top. Over here, Quadrant 1 for last night's Mega Man. And that was the code once again. 48 was not in the ID system. I mean, 48 could be used in this quadrant. But I did not put 48 in that quadrant. I put 15 in that quadrant for last night's game. So, and things are changing. And not only with the 48, 50 quadrant 4, obviously here's 50 in quadrant 4, 50 in quadrant 4, and 51 was in the blue box, so that's how 51 got picked it up. Almost 3 consecutive numbers, 48, 50, 51, so it was 48 skipping 49, 50, 51, and also that's why it was a hard draw, because you don't see almost 4 consecutive numbers combined. They almost threw 4 consecutive numbers from 48 to 51. If 49 was there, it would be 4 consecutive numbers, and that was crazy. And 64 as we know is also in quadrant 1, and 10 was also in quadrant 1. for the Mega Ball. So 3 numbers was in Quadrant 1. And once again, if you want to be added to the Mega List, you can email me for the Mega List breakdown. It will contain the playable numbers, non-playable numbers, random generator, and the invisible numbers. So sometimes the random generator won't generate numbers, but most of the time it will generate numbers that will come out, or some of the time it will generate random that will come out, but you can play around the random generator. The random number generator will generate numbers, but as you can see, depends on what number they generate a lot. You can play around the numbers, and you might want to change some of the number that the random generator generates, and you might want to play those numbers. And that's how you hit. And that code wasn't generated. It was part of the game plan. That's why 32 had hit on every single line, because the 32 was part of the game plan. It wasn't generated. It was set up to 32, so the other 4 numbers can be placed. So instead of picking your own numbers, generate numbers based on the IDC system, and you put it in each line with the 32, and that's how you hit. So 32 had been hit, and last night Joe was a hard draw, and that 48 was the only number 9 in the IDC system. If I set up correctly, like a couple of draws might have all winning numbers, and just hopefully